Good morning. Hey, Wednesday. I just wanted again to pop on here. I love being able to bring people into my Facebook feed to share with you the excitement that not only that I'm always showing about Thrive, but that other people are. And today I'm bringing in my friend Tiffany Wagner. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit shaky. I've been busy this morning, but my friend Tiffany Wagner is going to join us, and she has been thriving. I think it's almost 6 years, or has been close to. It's been quite a while and just like to share with you about Thrive and how it continues to work for you the longer you're on it. Hi, Tiffany. Would you mind just hitting invite? I've been having some problems with me inviting other people. So really, again, it's just talking about this Thrive experience that so many people are yapping about on Facebook and why we do this. And it's because we truly know that Thrive is fueling our bodies in a whole different way than anything else out there. Thrive is completely different than any other supplement or any other product that's out there. And it's so simple. It's just morning. So you wake up, take 2 capsules that have vitamins and minerals in it as soon as you open your eyes. In about 15 to 20 minutes, you are awake like you've been awake for multiple hours. Good morning. And then the next step that you do 20 to 30 minutes later is drink what's called a lifestyle mix that's full of pre and probiotics. And those mix together with those capsules that you took in earlier. Thank you for showing that. I'm outside, so I don't have them on me. Um, and that is so simple. You just drink that down. It's not something you sip on all day, or it's not necessarily a meal replacement. It's part of your system that you take in the morning. And then the last part that you do is this DFT. It's dermafusion technology. People call it the patch. That is going to feed you those vitamins and minerals that you need continuously throughout the day. Tiffany, can you hold up that packet of capsules for me? I would appreciate that. I'm sure you have them in front of you. She's so prepared.
Do.
It's so simple and so easy. And that's why I've been doing it almost 4 years. I'm coming up soon because it is so simple, but it has changed my life dramatically. And I know, Tiffany, for you, it's also changed your life dramatically in many ways. I just would love to take it back and tell me kind of about where you were pre Thrive, how you were introduced, and maybe give me those first 10 days of what Thrive did for you.
Oh my gosh. I can still remember, Kristen. Oh, some people ask me, if it's something that you remember how, what you were like before Thrive, and it's really hard to actually relate to the person I was before Thrive. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but what I do remember is that I was a tired, cranky mom. I was the one that went outside on my lunch hour and took a nap in my car rather than having lunch.
Yep.
I was spending a lot of time on the couch. was snapping at my husband and my kids and
Mm-hmm.
just literally exhausted all the time. And, there was a part of me that thought, well, I've got 3 kids. I'm nearing 40. This is just what life is when you,
Mm-hmm.
have kids and you go, go, go all the time. And uh, I had kind of resolved to that this is just what life is like when you get older and whatever. And then my friend Shelly sent me a message one day that said, "Hey Tiff, I'm taking these products that give me energy. Plus I've got patience for my 2 little boys. Is that something you might be interested in?" And I was like, "Patience and energy? Like you're speaking my language right now."
Yeah.
Um, so it's funny because that's all I really knew about Thrive back then, Kristen. This was March of 2014 is when I actually got started. And so Thrive wasn't in my newsfeed at that time. I hadn't heard anything. So all I knew about it was patience and energy, and I was desperate for those two things. So for me, I actually got started on a 3-day trial.
Mm-hmm.
She was nice enough to send me that. I'm going to be honest, I don't know. And I know this is where our two stories are completely opposite, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
that I would have started without a trial. So I love how everybody is so completely different, but I, number one, love the simplicity, those 3 steps that you just went through. My mornings were chaotic back then. I was the queen of the snooze button. I would drive Dustin absolutely crazy because it was a minimum of
Uh-huh.
5 times per morning. And he'd just be like, "Get out of bed already. What the heck?" So, um, so I always woke up late because I wanted to snooze. And so, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off every morning, which means that I also put that on my kids, and
Mm-hmm.
barking at them, get ready, get
Mm-hmm.
going, what's happening here? We got to get out the door. And, just
Mm-hmm.
mornings were always chaotic for me. And so the first thing I noticed when I took these 3 steps that first day was, wow, that was really easy to incorporate into my morning. It didn't really add, any chaotic to my
Yeah.
morning. And so
Yeah.
I love, love, love the simplicity that first day. Um, I will tell you that I noticed that I was in a better mood and that I was getting a few more things done than normal. And the main thing was that I didn't fall asleep at 8:30 on the couch after I'd put the kids to bed that night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kind of thought it might be in my head, because Shelly had
Mm-hmm.
told me I would feel like that. I wasn't sure at that point if it was Thrive. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if it was Thrive working or not. I just thought, well, who knows? This might be in my head. Um, and really, same thing on day 2, same thing on day 3. But the difference for me was day 3, I slept through the night for the first time in more than 12 years since I first became a mom. And that was the point I'm like, okay, I can't make this is not
Mm-hmm.
in my head. I can't make this
Right.
up.
Right.
I better see what 8 weeks will do because Shelly kept telling me this is an 8-week experience. This is really just a taste test. And so at that point, I put my order in and wanted to see what the full experience would be. So that's how I got started. I don't know how much farther you want me to go with that, but
Yeah, no, I love that because, so many stories can be somewhat same, but yet a little bit different. You were looking for patience and energy. I didn't know what I was really looking for, except I knew that I was getting more tired as the days went on. And I, again, thought it was just part of the aging process. I didn't know any
yeah.
different. And, when you're raising that many kids, yeah, isn't that expected to get tired more quickly? But there was so much more that came. Um, I just share briefly because a lot of people know my story, but mine was really digestion. And I know people like to talk about it with babies, and it's like an okay thing to talk about, but we as adults don't really talk about that. And I really feel like that should be talked about because when your digestive system is on track and then your body can absorb all these premium, high quality, natural plant based vitamins and minerals and probiotics, like it's amazing how that can change your body and your inner being. And that for me was aha moments as well. And you've been thriving for, what'd you say, 5 years? Yeah. And I'm coming up, you're
Almost
almost
five and a
6,
half.
aren't you?
Yeah.
5.5. Okay. And I've been
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
4. And I almost actually quit after 3 months because I thought Thrive stopped working for me. And I know you and I
Ah.
kind of talked about this at one point because I didn't realize that that was my new normal. And I would never go back because I didn't know I could feel better. I didn't understand that because I thought I was
Mm-hmm.
fine. I thought I felt good. And just like you, like
Uh-huh.
it's a natural process. For me, I didn't sample. You were saying that because had I sampled, I was a little bit different. So my body had a little bit more to work through. I'm glad I just jumped
Mm-hmm.
in and trusted my friend who got me started because I'm forever thankful. But the cost in the beginning, because I didn't understand the importance of what it was going to do for me, was a hard thing to swallow. Um, would you share with our friends out here about that? I mean, the cost to me now, I'd pay it every single day. But for some people, I know it's an issue. So could you share a little bit about that if you had any issues as well?
Yeah, well, and there's a couple points I want to go back to with what you said, Kristen, because I think it's
Mm-hmm.
so important. Digestion was a huge piece for me too.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't happen until day 14, and so for people that just, want to start with a sample to see if it will quote unquote work for them,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed differences in 3 days, but when I knew I was going to thrive like forever, it wasn't
Hmm.
until 2 weeks in because
Hmm.
of that digestion piece that you talked about. So I want to just really, that's the difference between you and I. I sampled, you didn't. Both
Hmm.
ways worked out the way it was supposed to for us. Um, but a sample is really just to see the simplicity and to get a taste of that lifestyle mix, see what that DFT is all about. The second thing that you said that I wanted to make another point about was when you said you thought Thrive stopped working for you. We just talked about this on Sunday when you
Hmm.
had your event. Um, and because people ask me that, because I've been thriving for so long, does it wear off? Do you need to constantly add more products? Does it still work for you? And
Hmm.
I think that's the big thing, like you just said, it becomes our new normal.
Hmm.
Um, I don't wake up every day now and go, oh my gosh, I feel amazing and I want to conquer the
Right.
world like I did when I first started,
Hmm.
but not that I need a reminder that Thrive is still working, but let me just tell you that Dustin and I do a date night every other week. We try to, just about
Hmm.
every other week. And Friday night, I had a few too many drinks,
Hmm.
stayed up a lot later than I normally would. And when my alarm went off on Saturday morning, I didn't really feel like getting up.
Hmm.
So, that we are
Hmm.
normal people yet,
Yes. Yeah,
But
we
I
have our
took
days.
those two capsules, and within 15 minutes, Kristen, I was like, all right, let's go. I'm ready to rock and
Hmm.
roll for the day.
Yeah.
Um, and that is proof, like I said, not that I need it because I know what Thrive is doing for me, but when
Hmm.
you can physically feel these products working in your body almost 5.5 years later, yep,
Hmm.
guys, it's still working.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's just become my new normal.
Right.
The other night, I didn't get the sleep that I normally would. I think like 4 hours of sleep. Um, guess what? I was still able to knock my day out the next day. I mean,
Hmm.
it's those little things like I just always know that Thrive's got my back, regardless
Yeah.
of what happens the night before, what happens throughout the night. Regardless of what happens, I know Thrive's got my back, and I'm going to be able to
Hmm.
take on whatever the day throws at me. So, um, I wanted to
Yeah.
point those things out before I got into the cost because I
Right.
think that, like, number one, I love to talk about the value rather than the cost of something,
Yep.
not just Thrive, everything. When I'm looking to make a purchase for something, I love to see the value. I look at the value of it before I look at the cost of it because I think
Hmm.
that is huge. And one thing my husband has said since probably day one or day three or whatever it was, when he walked in and saw the smile on my face and he saw everything I had gotten done during the day and the smell of a home fresh or home cooked meal, if
Yeah.
anybody's heard my husband tell the story, those are all things that he said. And he said, seeing that in my wife, I would gladly slap $5 on the nightstand every
Hmm.
single morning to get that
Hmm.
much productivity, to see that sparkle in her eye again. And so
Hmm.
when I talk about the cost of Thrive, I really talk about the value. Like, what is it
Yep.
worth to you to feel like $1 million?
Hmm.
To, be able to sleep through the night, to not deal with headaches, to not deal with body aches and discomforts, to have your digestion work the way it was intended to work, to have the energy. You and I have both lost weight. Um,
Hmm.
Not that, that's something that I started Thrive for, but to have that as a benefit, that's awesome. I lost
Hmm.
30 pounds. I've been able to keep it off for 5 years, Kristen. I mean,
It's
like,
amazing.
what is your health worth to you? So when I talk about the cost between, $5 a day and $6.50 a day, um,
Hmm.
I probably would pay double that if it
Yep.
meant I would continue thriving, right?
Absolutely.
But I used to stop at the gas station every morning on my way to work, Kristen.
Hmm.
I would buy
Coffee.
my Coke Zero, I would buy my
Yep.
energy drinks. I was never a coffee drinker, but we all have our things.
Yep.
I would buy my snacks for the day. It was
Hmm.
nothing for me to slap $5 or $10 on that counter every single morning and not think twice about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I started thriving, I stopped doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I was saving money that first month, but
Mm-hmm.
guess what? We
Mm-hmm.
have this incredible Refer To program where if you have two friends that thrive with you this month, Lavelle's going to pay for your product next month.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what happened? I
Yeah.
paid for my product that first month, saved money because I
Yeah.
wasn't stopping at the gas station every morning, and I've been thriving for free ever since. And so, um, you know, it's worth it if you pay for
Yes.
it because you're going to feel amazing. But, we talk all day long about how great Thrive is. At the end of the day, free Thrive is even better. So
I
I
agree.
love that
And
we have that.
that's what people are like, oh, you're so good, you sell stuff. I don't sell anything. I don't sell. That's the thing about, like, yes, okay, it's a sale, but we're sharing an experience and a health in a whole different way with people. And um I don't look at it that way. I mean, yes, I'm
Well,
sharing
and
it because I believe
yeah,
that so many people could use this, and they are
it's
in the
just like
stories that come
anything,
in.
I feel like.
Yeah,
Except for
a
this,
movie.
you're actually providing a better way of life for people. But I
Yes.
shared my favorite sunscreen last week. Um, I
Yeah.
had, I think, 3 or 4 people that went online and ordered it because of that. But guess what? I don't get anything free from that company.
Right.
I recommend movies that I love. If my family and I go and see a movie and we love it, I'm
Yep.
gonna share that with my friends. I don't get a free movie out of that. A new recipe,
Same
same thing.
concept.
I mean, this is just the way life is, Kristen. We share things that we love all the time. A favorite pair of jeans, a new sports bra, a new, pair of yoga pants, whatever it is. We
Hmm.
share things that we find that we love, and
We
we
don't
don't get
get any.
compensated for it generally.
No.
So I love that we
Right.
do with the Thrive experience. And also important to mention that you don't have to be a promoter to
Yeah.
refer to, and Lavelle will pay for your product. That is
Yeah.
good for customers too. So
Yeah.
yay.
And some people don't even care about that. They just want to thrive, and they're gonna pay their that's fine. That's great. Whatever makes people happy. And we're
Exactly.
always here. And I love that we have people like you and I who are just there to support each person through their process and getting them started. And the customer support is us. It's your friends. It's the people who care about
Right.
you the most, who want the best for you. And that's why we continue to share and help you through your experience. Um, Thrive has really made such a difference in not only my health, but I've met so many amazing people. And I've learned to appreciate myself, my health, but then it's also allowed me to be a better mom, a better friend, a better worker, a better me. And that's
Absolutely.
priceless. We can't pour
Yeah.
from empty cups. We can't. And
Hmm.
um, my son Sammy's ready to go. I mean, we're up. I've already cleaned my kitchen. I've got laundry done. I've folded clothes. We're out the door. We're going for a hike in the park. I've got the kayaks loaded up. We're going to go kayaking. Like, this is our new life, and we are enjoying every second because why not? Why not? We don't know when
Hmm.
our tomorrow is. We don't know when life will change. So we will live it to the fullest. And thank you.
Well, and what I love about that, Kristen, is, 6 years ago, if I had a day off on the kids' summer break, we would have all slept in till 9, 10 o'clock easy.
Yep.
It's 20 after 8 right now, and you've gotten all that done, and you're heading out the
Yeah,
door to
I
enjoy.
am.
I love
I
that.
actually crawled
What
into
a
my bed at
difference.
about 10 to 2 in the morning. I fell asleep a little bit on the couch, but I went to bed and I was awake. I set my alarm for 6:22. I don't know why that number. I was awake at 6:20. I woke up before my alarm and I was out of bed. I was rocking and rolling before
So
the lifestyle
awesome.
even went in. Boys are up, they're ready. They got their
Yeah.
fishing gear ready to go. So I appreciate you coming on here and sharing all
Yay.
that information and your time. And for anybody out there who's even just considering, if you're friends with Tiffany and you're watching this, contact her. If you're friends with me and you just want some more information, or maybe want to give it a little experience and just see what it's about, reach out. Reach out to somebody.
Hmm.
You're not committed to anything, but we're here to help you through it. So with that, have
Absolutely.
an
Enjoy your
amazing
day.
Wednesday. Thank you. You too, Tiffany. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye
bye-bye.
bye.